Hello YouTube, this is Neon. The title of my talk today is going to be how Wordreferencecom keeps me accountable. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about Wordreferencecom. So when I'm on the forums section of Wordreferencecom and I'm trying to answer somebody's question and I don't answer it properly or I don't really know the answer, the moderators contact me and they let me know, you didn't answer their question properly. You don't really know the answer to their question. You shouldn't be answering their question. That's how they hold me accountable. Other people that answer these questions, they'll say, his answer wasn't correct. Here's a better answer. Or at least here, or that, okay, his answer wasn't correct, here's a better answer, or here's the correct answer. Or here's another option if my answer was a legitimate option. So when I screw up and don't answer people's questions correctly, I'm held accountable for that. Now, this is the Spanish-English forum for wordreference.com. Wordreference.com it's a website that it's an online dictionary for, this is my understanding and how I use it. It's for English speakers who want to learn Spanish or French or German. There's numerous languages. I'm only familiar with the English, Spanish. But as well, it's for other people in those languages who want to learn English. Okay, it goes both ways. So they have an awesome online dictionary that has many words, translations, and I'm going to speak just the Spanish-English section, which is what I'm most familiar with. So, definitions or translations from English to Spanish and vice versa of numerous words, numerous idioms, numerous clauses, which is awesome. It's very helpful. Sometimes phrases, common phrases from both languages will be translated. In the forums section of wordreference.com, you have a lot of professional people who are paid to translate books from English to Spanish or vice versa. And they may be looking for literary translations where the author has played on words. So how do you get that matiz de significado, that shade of meaning from one language to the next when it can't really be translated word for word? So a lot of the people in the forum sections are looking for really technical stuff. I'm not fluent in Spanish. I would be considered intermediate to advanced, but I'm not pure fluent. I can't speak Spanish in every context and speak it comfortably. I have even some basic stuff I still need to know, need to learn. But I do know a lot, and at times I can be helpful. So I actually put some questions on the forum as how I initially started using the forum some years ago. I didn't really know how to answer other people's questions. I didn't know that I could do that. I wasn't even sure how to thank people for answering my questions. I just somehow, because I'm not a computer savvy person, I somehow managed to post a question a couple of times. Anyway, I began to answer people's questions, and I didn't know the answer to their question. I'd go to other websites and come up with the best answers I could find, and sometimes they were correct, sometimes they were not correct. And it's best that I just answer questions that I know the answers to and that I'm comfortable answering. Because I've answered completely incorrectly. I've been called on it by other senior members of the forum as well as by the moderator. I became a senior member and it was surreal. I was like, oh my God, I'm a senior member. I learned how to use the site. I learned how to answer people's questions. I learned how to post questions and how to thank people. I learned how to send them an email directly through the site if I don't want to post my thank you or post a question that's sort of unrelated to that thread. And I tried to answer everybody's questions. It was arrogant of me, and humbling being called on it and being put in my place, but ultimately a blessing. When I became a senior member, I decided I'm going to be more responsible, and I'm not going to be trying to answer questions I don't really know the answer to, and I'm going to be more humble and realistic about it. So, you know, I do go on there, I think 7 days a week, and I try to answer one person's question. And maybe I only get to answer questions 3 or 4 days a week, because a lot of times the questions are already answered on the forum, and the questions that need to be answered, most of those I can't answer. I just don't, I can't with certainty answer their questions, or I can't answer their questions at all, and I'm okay with that. And when I can't answer their questions, now like 9 out of 10 times it's correct, or certainly it's a correct option. And maybe 10% of the time someone may challenge me, and generally speaking I would consider, well, mine is an option and I'll leave my answer on there, but occasionally I will erase my answers because I realize, oh, that was incorrect. But that happens less and less now. Humility is beautiful in the eyes of God. And while it was painful to have these brilliant people on wordreference.com put me in my place, it's been helpful. It's helped my Spanish. It keeps me focused on the really hardcore Spanish, on that high level of speaking that's way above me that I need to reach. So I still do go on the forums, but I don't try to answer everyone's questions. I don't anymore. Sometimes I look at other people's answers to other people's questions, and sometimes I learn more stuff. I'm continuing to learn. I do want to be completely fluent, and I would like to be a translator or an interpreter someday. And that requires hardcore, fluent Spanish, fluent English, and the ability to translate back and forth fluently. So that's pretty hardcore. I'll get there someday. It won't take forever, because I do speak a lot of Spanish, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm fluent or that I don't have a lot more to learn still. So that's been a blessing. If you are thinking about learning Spanish, or si usted es una persona de habla español y quiere aprender inglés, wordreference.com, if you're a Spanish speaker and you want to learn English, wordreference.com is a great option. It's an excellent online resource. It's one of the 2 best resources that I've found. I have found that there is no website that has all the answers to all of the clauses and all of the idioms, and particularly the play on words that are out there, because there's an infinite number of possibilities, or certainly an indefinite number of possibilities, where people can play with words in any language to change the meaning, or to give it a different shade of meaning. And that's why the forum section is so important. The forum section also has specialized language, such as legal Spanish or medical Spanish. So, as a knitter and crocheter, I've learned a little bit of Spanish with respect to knitting and crocheting. That's a whole different thing, because, again, English language that pertains to knitting and crocheting, it's its own unique language. There's words and there's phrases that aren't used in common day language. And if you're not a knitter and a crocheter, you're not going to get that. And then Spanish has its version of that. It's very interesting. And the way they look at knitting and crocheting is interesting. It's all the same thing, but the way things are worded deals with the way the way a language sees the same thing. So sometimes the words that are chosen are different. It's very unique. I'm going off on a tangent, but wordreference.com does a really great job of really helping to answer a lot of these really complex and profound questions in other languages. And the fact that professional interpreters go there for things that they may have issues translating is a testament to just how awesome wordreference.com is. The women and men that are on wordreference.com are so intelligent and so brilliant when it comes to Spanish and English translation. It's amazing. Some of these good folks are fluent in both languages, and they can answer a lot of these crazy idioms that we have in English or that we have in Spanish, and they have great suggestions on how to translate from one language to the other. It's amazing. I'm humbled by these wonderful, beautiful people. I'm humbled to be one of the senior members now. I'm not one of the smartest or the most capable of the senior members, but I do feel like I've earned it. So I am a senior member, and I do continue to answer questions when I can do so appropriately. Wordreference.com has been a blessing for me. I'm so grateful for this site, and I do recommend it for anyone wanting to learn a new language. I don't know the list of languages that are available for the English speaker who wants to learn another language, but I do know it's Spanish and French, and I believe German, but I believe there's many other languages on this site as well. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, comment commercials, recommend my videos. Do one or more of those things. Thank you. Best wishes.